Greetings, YTPC, Peter Piper the True Light. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt I had on yesterday. I kind of bumming around today. I had kind of a rough morning. Too many martinis and beer yesterday or last evening. And I just want to say, you guys are AAA, the best group in the world. I got so many good suggestions on my Triple B billiard. The fact that the stem was very hard going in, and I got so many good suggestions. And so much concern. Don't ream the shank. I hear you guys, and I read all your comments, and they all sound good. Gary Johansson suggested I use some 600 grade, very fine polishing sandpaper on the stem, on the tenon, which I think I will do. Also, there were a lot of lubrication suggestions. And I looked, in the best grade of sandpaper I've got is 220, and I don't want to use that. So I was able to get the stem off the pipe after I smoked it. It cooled down. I was able to get it off without breaking it. And I actually went with a suggestion from Stonehenge Minstrel of using a crayon, and he said use a black crayon on the tenon, rub it on there all the way around 360, and twist it back in gently, and I did that. I had a purple crayon. I couldn't find a black one. My son hasn't used crayons in she's a long time, maybe 10 to 15 years, but I found his Crayola box with 100 crayons in it, and did the purple thing, and it worked out well. It went in a little bit easier. I think I'm still going to go with the 600 grade polishing cloth, very gently. I know how to lap off a tenth of a thousandth of an inch of material. I've done that before as a machine assembler back in my misspent youth in the machine tool industry. And I had another smoke. There was still some left in the bowl. I hadn't finished up that bowl, and I was getting quite a bit of ghosting. Tasted like soap or perfume, which I think is an indication that it probably had Lakeland tobacco smoked in it, and Lakeland has that characteristic. And so in order to unghost the pipe, I've heard to put kosher salt in the bowl, and then put some alcohol like vodka or Everclear if you've got it, or I don't know, maybe even rubbing alcohol. It's probably even stronger than Everclear, and it's cheaper, but it's hard to get now. So I use some, what is it, 80 proof vodka, and it's soaking in the bowl right now. I stuffed it with a pipe cleaner and filled it full of kosher salt, and I think I'll put some more vodka in that and see how it goes. And hopefully, if you got any suggestions for me of how to do that, but that's the technique that I've seen within the YouTube pipe community, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to give it a shot, give it another try maybe later this evening or tomorrow. I'll try to smoke it again and see how that goes. So right now I'm smoking my other estate pipe that I acquired couple of weeks ago. The Wicks Limited Bulldog, beautiful pipe. And I did try to, I gently, before I knew better, I gently just went around the shank with the pen, that sharp Swiss Army penknife. And it's still reasonably tight. I can turn the stem, and I would never do that again because you guys, I've never seen such an outpouring of concern for an estate pipe that I saw yesterday when I mentioned that I was going to do that. And you guys, you know, you set me straight, and that's what the pipe community is all about, you know. These newbies like me, you know, they don't know this stuff, and they do silly things. Anyway, in the pipe I am smoking some Wilke Surbrug Jackson. That's what the tobacco looks like. Doesn't come out too good, but it's light colored, maybe red Virginia perhaps. I'll put a description of the tobacco down in the ashtray. But yeah, Surbrug Jackson by Wilke. Nice blend. And as far as timestamp, I don't have my wristwatch. It's 5:30 plus, I think, or as we say, 17:30 Eastern Standard Time minus 5 hours Greenwich Mean Time for my global subscribers. There's a birthday party going on next door, about 100 yards away. I don't know if you can hear it. Sun's just going behind the trees. Having my classic vodka martini. Takes the edge off. So, I have a message for Stonehenge Minstrel. You will get your tobacco, sir, by hook or by crook. That's all I'm going to say about it. And I've got a couple of more packages going out. I got one going out to, what's his name? Oh, boy. The mind is the first thing to go when you get old, you know. But anyway, cooler today, much cooler. It was overcast most of the morning. Just a real good break from this the really hot weather we've been having lately. And Onion, I don't know how you can stand sitting out on that patio when it's 90 plus degrees. But you look like it doesn't even faze you a bit. But man, when that sun's beating down, it is tough. Mm. My mind finally registered. Yes, cardboard, smoking cardboard. I've got a package going out to you, and also to Onion, I've got a package going out. I'll get them together shortly. Everything's there. I just got to do the packaging and the trip to the PO. Now, I think my UK friends will know what I'm talking about. But back when I was a kid, I used to watch this TV show, which was made by ITC Productions in Great Britain. And the name of the show was The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan. And I remember in 1968, during the summertime, the Jackie Gleason show used to go off the air, and that's when they introduced The Prisoner in the United States. And it was just enough a weekly show that came on Saturday night at the same time Jackie Gleason used to come on. And man, that show was cool. He used to drive this car called a Lotus Super 7. And the show used to kick off with this cloud formation with like a cloud with a silver lining with the sun in back of it, and this sound of thunder cracking, and then you'd see like this runway road, and Patrick McGoohan would come driving down that road as fast as he could, and it was just a cool show. And then it showed London, and the whole premise of the show was, this is a guy that worked for British intelligence, and he resigned his position, which seemed very impulsive at the time. And when the sequence of the beginning of the show was you knew immediately what he was doing and what was going on, and how he was then kidnapped and sent to this strange place called the Village after he had resigned his position in British intelligence. And the whole plot of the show was him trying to escape from the village, and his attempts were always foiled, and he did get back. He did escape several times, but he ended up being returned. And the show definitely had a conclusion, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. No spoiler alert. Only to say that he did escape. But in order to escape, he had to destroy the system that kept him there. And it's very much an allegory on life and government and control. The thought police comes into it. It's Orwellian in the way it's arranged and described. And if you've never watched the show, I'll put a link for the first episode in the ashtray because it's on YouTube. And It's a very thought-provoking and absolutely cool show. And I always wanted one of those Lotus Super 7 cars. And I think last time I checked the price, and this was like 20, 30 years ago, 20,000 pounds British sterling. And it's a kit car that you have to build yourself, which the character in the show, played by Patrick McGowan, the only name he had during the show was Number 6, because everyone was a number. Everyone had a number. You were just a number. You didn't have a name. You had a number, and his number was Number 6. But let's see. In 1968, I was 12, and I just thought that was the coolest freaking show in the world. I still watch it from time to time. A lot of science fiction aspects and technology. They predicted cordless phones, and I said that's impossible back when I saw it for the first time. But they had cordless phones, a lot of technology that they used. They had brain control, mind control, all kinds of cool stuff, transferring one person's mind or consciousness into another person, or swapping them. And I think that was my favorite episode, and the name of the episode was "Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling." So I know my UK subscribers are going to know what I'm talking about. A lot of you other guys won't. Patrick McGowan has got to be one of the greatest, and he actually produced the show. He, very intelligent man. Loved his voice during the show. If you ever heard Christopher Hitchens, who was a journalist that passed away within the past 10 years, I believe, he had almost the same British deep baritone voice. I could listen to him read a copy of the telephone directory. Great voice, great actor, great writer, producer. I think Patrick McGowan passed away within the past 10 years, but truly a treasure within the British theatrical community. Would have loved to meet him and just sit down and have a fine single malt, perhaps, and talk about life. But definitely an intellectual heavyweight. So check that out if you can, if you got the time. It's about all I got. Chat with you guys later. Stay cool, be safe, speak the truth, seek enlightenment. Peter Piper, the True Light, signing off. Take care, folks.